Studio, Craig? Hopefully.
I'm gonna make it
We're
happen.
gonna try. We're gonna try. But
Make it
he's
happen.
also here to start our show, and we're looking
now.
very. I'm wearing pink, but it's reading red, and I like it. We're very techie for the holidays.
I like that.
And
Nice
we
work.
matched the set very well. Okay, what about all those memories that you have? What about those important documents? We need a way to preserve those. My mom and my stepdad, the water heater in their apartment just burst last week.
Oh boy.
They had
Ooh.
documents, and my stepdad had baseball cards under the bed. He is now ironing every baseball card to try to get them back. That's the type of thing that can happen. We just never know. So why not laminate, right? Those important items, those memories, let's get them laminated, and let's do it with an easy to use, very nicely designed HP laminator. And you're going to get a starter kit that includes 30 different pieces. So you're going to get letter size, 4x6 sizes, business card size in those lamination sheets. You're going to get a paper trimmer and also even a corner cutter.
Yes, everything that you need to get started. And what you talked about it, what do you want to preserve? What do you want to make sure you hold on to? This is a great, you think of gifts, how about a teacher? How about a coach? How about anybody that loves being crafty and all that kind of fun stuff? And this is so remarkably easy to use. As you mentioned, we're going to include the 3mm sheets for something as big as an 8.5 by 11 and something as small as a business card. The way this HP laminator works, you turn it on, you give it a couple of seconds to heat up. It has a couple of different settings based on what type of laminating paper you're going to use, and we're going to use the 3mm. And all I did is I took a piece of kids' artwork here. How many of these do you want to hang on to forever, right? Your kids' artwork. I know you get hundreds of them, but typically there's a couple of them that you're like, I just want to make sure we hold on to this forever. And you don't want the corners to get crunched. You don't want to lose it. And all you have to do is simply line it up, and there's a guide right here, and then just simply feed it through the laminator until it catches.
Oh my gosh, that was it.
Because it heats up, it's going to take a couple of minutes to work its way through.
Okay, perfect.
And then it's actually going to create a seal as it makes its way through, and then when we're actually done, you're going to have something that looks like this.
Oh my goodness.
So it's nice and simple. Again, it takes a minute or two to make it to work itself through the machine. You can kind of guide it in there as it goes, but when you're done, you actually have that coating over the front and the back, and with the trimmers that we include, you can customize it to fit the piece of paper that you're laminating.
Let's tell you, as we're waiting for this one to laminate, we'll tell you the color choices that we have available for you. So this one right here is your jet black option. We only have about 400 to go around in our jet black at this Black Friday sale price. Craig right now is feeding that darling artwork through the Snow White option. About 400 there as well. And finally, we have the woodland teal for you. Only about 100 remain in that one. So that one's going quickly. It is free shipping and handling. And then I love how I know it fell out when you twisted it, but it also shows how easy it is when it's not being used. You have a very sleek design.
And you want to put this away, store it somewhere. It doesn't take up a heck of a lot of space. And again, this is such an easy machine to use as well. So if you're thinking to yourself, gosh, I'm not all that crafty, I'm not all that handy, it's as simple as turning on the machine, and that gets you started and that gets you going. Again, it takes a couple minutes to heat up, so that'll take you a few seconds. But as you see right there, we have a variety of different ways you can laminate. Rachel, it's all based on the kind of paper that you're using. So there's 5mm paper available, there's cold laminating paper available. Find the one that works best for you. We're going to include the 30 sheets. All of those are 3mm. And all you have to do is to put it inside of the envelope there, send it out. Then we include the cutter. We include the corner cutter as well. So now you're not going to have any rough edges. You're not going to have any extra paper that you don't want hanging around there.
Right.
And, you know, again, the HP name, we know these guys have been coming to QVC for years.
Yeah.
This is just another cool piece of technology that you'll enjoy.
And then what about when I go through these? Can I order additional items on QVC.com?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we do have the laminating paper on QVC.com, but it's easy enough to track.
Alan said we have 4x6.
We do have 4x6? Okay.
And then maybe we'll load more onto it, but then otherwise any store that sells HP products, you can get additional laminating sheets. Do I have to use just HP lamination sheets?
No, any type of laminating sheet's going to work. And again, it's a variety of different sheets that you have. So there's, 5mm, there's 3mm, and there's actually a piece of technology that's called cold lamination. This is going to work with any of those technologies. And this is going to be your finished product right here that you're looking at.
Look at this.
Think about those phone numbers.
Right? Phone numbers placed onto your fridge if the babysitter's coming over, right? When I used to babysit, I used to be so grateful when a family had this, numbers to know, right? Important documents, important cards. Sometimes now you get your medical cards and they're a piece of paper, right?
Yes.
So laminate those so that you know you always have it ready to go. Maybe it's your boat license.
All those different things, boat licenses. How about great photographs that you have? Maybe an old photo that has been sitting in a frame and you're like, it's starting to get a little bit worn. I definitely don't want to lose that. This is a key one as well. My mom loves to have a physical copy of the passwords. I'm like, Mom, you can save the passwords online. You can use your fingerprint. You can do all that stuff. And she goes, Craig, I like to have it on a piece of paper. I like to be able to look at it. Something like that, you want to laminate. You don't want to lose. The old diplomas, another great example for you. Somebody who likes to be organized. Again, we talk about crafters, we talk about coaches, we talk about teachers, all these little things that we have around that we're using with regularity that you don't want the wear and tear. You can put it through this laminator and now you can preserve it in a nice, easy way.
And when it comes to kids and grandkids, when we have the lamination, that means something like this, right? The school timetable, you could use a dry erase marker right on this and then you can erase it. And every week they have their new chore chart, they have their new homework assignments. So you can really decide if you want to have your schedule up here. Games, tic-tac-toe, you can play over and over again. There's so many options and so many great ideas.
Yeah, and this video here just shows you how simple it is. All you do is take whatever piece of paper you have that you want to laminate. We have the 3 different sizes of paper. So business cards, like you talked about, the insurance cards or a business card you want to hold on to. Photographs, we have the 4x6. Also have all the way up to 8.5 by 11. You put it inside, you run it through the laminator, it takes a couple minutes to go through, and we include these extra tools as well. So the line cutter and also the corner cutter as well. So you'll be able to get those nice rounded edges across the piece of paper. You'll also be able to cut. Again, you may have a piece of paper that doesn't quite fit perfectly in a 4x6. Something that doesn't quite perfectly fit in this 8.5 by 11, it doesn't matter because with these trimmers, once that seal is done, you simply trim and cut. There's a little blade in here as well, so make sure you're careful when you're using this. But now you're gonna have, when you're done, you're gonna have something that looks like this. And it's gonna be absolutely perfect. It's gonna have that waterproof coating across the front, waterproof across the back, and it's gonna seal it up for you. So now you don't have to worry about water damage, you don't have to worry about food splashing, or the wear and tear that you typically would get on a piece of paper.
It can laminate in 29 seconds. It's just gonna take 2 to 3 minutes to warm up, 29-second lamination, and then you will have those items forever. We have 3 color choices for you. This is your jet black. In the center is your snow white option. And we do have the woodland teal, free shipping and handling. Woodland teal is most popular, also most limited. Now, Craig Smith, you are going to be back with us a little bit later.
Yeah,
so we will see
that electric bike. It's an awesome
zooming around.